Do you know why you get paid your salary? Because you are solving some problem of your team, organization, or project. So when you solve any problem, that's where you get that kind of return. So bigger the problem, bigger the risk, bigger the return. Smaller the problem, smaller the risk, and smaller the return. So whenever you want to grow in your career, always remember you need to take up that bigger problem statement. So instead of being fearful and anxious about any problem or challenge, you need to inspire yourself to solve that problem. That's where the game changes in your career growth. Problem solving is such an essential and important skill to groom in order to grow in your career. Let's deep dive into more detailed aspect related with problem solving. When it comes to the problem solving, you need to understand that problem statement in a better way. So the first thing about problem solving is that leader loves the problems and challenges. So always remember your project is trying to solve some problem. So that's where you need to fall in love with the problems, issues and challenges. Big problem solving skills, big career growth. Problem solving is the process of identifying, analyzing and resolving issues or obstacles that hinders the achievement of goals and objective. So that is the problem solving. So anything that restrict from achieving your goals, project goals, whatever that end deliverable, that is marked as a problem. It involves critical thinking, creativity and ability to approach challenges systematically. So instead of going randomly to any problem statement, you need to define that and systematic approach you need to adapt in order to solve that problem. Successful problem solving leads to improved efficiency, enhanced decision making, increased confidence in tackling future problems. So always remember, whenever you solve any problem, it increases your confidence. And even if suppose you fail to solve that problem and you fail in your attempt, no need to bother, because it will give rise to another problem to solve. So your failure generates another problem to solve. So let's talk about the strategies for problem solving. So the first strategy is to define a problem. So you need to understand that problem and define that problem, clearly articulating the problem statement. Understand the root cause analysis. What is the reason why that problem is raised? So you need to do that RCA. After doing the RCA, you need to gather the right information. So you need to collect the facts and associated information. Understand the nature of the problem and accordingly you need to brainstorm it as a next step. Brainstorming, you encourage critical thinking, identify potential solution or innovative idea. So that way you try to identify solution by defining that problem. Evaluate options. After brainstorming, you identify potential risk and benefit and also the impact on the business and stakeholder. So you need to evaluate what kind of risk associated with that problem. After that, you need to prioritize solutions. So check solution feasibility and finalize viable option. So you need to give the priority to solution. The priority of the solution, develop an action plan. So when I say develop the action plan means you need to properly document it and go for the implementation. So documentation is very important aspect of any problem solving skill, because when you try to implement the solution and if something goes wrong, then you need to have a supporting evidence, and that you can produce in the form of documentation. It can be via email or it can be in terms of some documentation on your Wikipedia. So documentation is very important aspect when things go wrong. So after that, you need to test and iterate that solution, prototype and test it, and iteration for effective solution at the end. So you need to inform to all stakeholder. Your transparency in the communication plays very important role when the things goes wrong. If you are not transparent in your communication and implementation, and when things are not working as per expectation, then it can create a big problem for your solution. Collaborate. Always seek the input and feedback from the right people and try to correct your implementation. Build sense of responsibility among stakeholders. So when you collaborate and affiliate with the right people, that help you to grow in your problem solving. Coming to the next part, learn from the failure. You never need to bother about failure of your solution, because when you fail, it is a learning opportunity, and more than that, it is another problem statement to solve, and you can repeat the same cycle. So problem solving and improvement is a continuous process. Emphasize a culture of continuous improvement. Problems are growth and development opportunity. So never hesitate to take that challenge to solve any problem. So many times what I have seen in my career, whenever there is issue, problem, people get anxious, worried to solve that. But that is where your growth, that's where you get paid. So always get encouraged whenever you see any problem within your project. Please refer attachment. It has PQRR template. So P stands for problems, Q stands for questions, R stands for roadblocks, and another R stands for results. So what is the purpose of this PQRR template? Suppose you are looking for some expected output. So in this case, I have taken little bit offbeat example. Suppose you want to lose your 5 kg in a month and stay fit. What are the problems and challenges which are not giving that expected output? Then you need to prepare the question list, how you can overcome those problems. And at the same time, you need to identify roadblocks which are hindering the progress to achieve the expected results. And finally, once you overcome those roadblocks, what kind of results you will get. So go through that PQRR template and probably you will be in a good position to define your problem and its expected results. Once you go through PQRR template, just mark done in the comment section.